Have you ever thought about where does my website actually live? So you're super excited about starting your business. You're going to go build a website. You hire a web designer and they're going to put it all together for you. And your website has your web address and you're all ready to go. You're ready to launch it and you have your website and it is living online. Well, do you know where your website actually lives? I put money on it that you don't. All right. Hello and welcome to AKamaiChats. My name is AKamai, and on our channel, we help people to build and grow their business. Now, I come across this problem all the time in my business, in my marketing business. People have a website and they think, once you set it and forget it, right? You build your website, you hire somebody and they build it and then it goes live and you're good to go. Well, there's a few things that come along with that they don't tell you when they're building the website. Because the whole thing about it is it's not about just building the website. I will draw a picture for you because when I tell you what it actually is, then it'll make sense. Okay. So let's go over the anatomy of a website. So let's say you build a house. Okay. So you have a house. It's a beautiful house and it's gorgeous. It's got these windows and doors and it's got a beautiful roof. And you have an address on your house. So you can find your house. Your house is not floating in the sky, right? You have to have an address so you can find it. Inside your house, you've got beautiful furniture and it's all color coordinated and it's fancy. And you've got your beautiful couch and you've got your gorgeous coffee table and you've got a fabulous dining table. So you've got all this furniture in your house. And then, of course, you fill your kitchen with all of your kitchen utensils and you've got the greatest like KitchenAid stand mixer and you've got some beautiful cookware and you've got some amazing silverware. So your house is full. It's full of furniture and you are ready to have company over. But your house needs a piece of land to sit on. So you've got to go get a piece of land to put all of your beautiful things. You've got your house and all your furniture. You put the house on this piece of land. And guess what? The land is not free. You got to buy it or you've got to lease it. You got to rent that land, right? So take all of that and put it into the context of a website. So you have the elements of your website. You have your website, the the structure that houses all of your files. So all of the information on your website, pictures, forms that you fill out, things that make it function, the text, like all the words that you put on your website, those are all called files. And all of the files are put inside of the WordPress website. And that's called a content management system. WordPress is a system that manages all of the content. So it's called content management system. So you've got your WordPress website, you've got all of your content, you've got your URL. And when all of that is put together, it has to be put on that piece of land. And that piece of land we call hosting. So it's website hosting. So let's go back to the house analogy. You got this gorgeous house and you put it on this beautiful piece of land. And when you get it all set up, your house is new. The landscaper comes, he makes the grass all beautiful and everything. You got all the flowers and the trees and what have you. Well, if you don't have anybody watering it or taking care of it, all the plants are going to die, right? This is what hosted support is all about. Can't tell you how many clients I come across that once you build the website, they're like, nope, I'm done with you. Bye. Yeah, I got it. I'm good. I have GoDaddy, right? I got GoDaddy. So you're like, okay, bro, deuces, I'm out. I built your website. have fun. And then a couple of, I don't know, maybe a year or so later, they're like, hey, Annie, something about my website's broken. It's because I offered you hosted support and you said no thanks. Okay, so what is hosted support? Hosted support is when your files and your content management system lives on my server. So my server is the piece of land. Okay. So it lives on my server. And because it's on my piece of land, I'm going to take care of all your landscaping. I'm going to make sure that the sprinklers always work. I'm going to make sure your plants don't die. Okay. So that's what it's like to have hosted support. There are things on your website that need constant updating and constant like babysitting. It's not like I'm gonna work on your website every single day because some web developers have hundreds, maybe even 1,000 websites that they have to monitor. So they got, their systems that they monitor all of them. I don't have too many because that's not like my main area of business, but I do it as a service to my clients because they have a relationship with me and they just come, hey, Annie, something wrong with my website. You got to fix it. WordPress has updates consistently, but every once in a while, they make a huge one. They make a gigantic update to their content management system because, like everything else, you got to update stuff, right? You cannot just let the paint on your house just dry up and peel off. You got to update things just like you do around your house. So, WordPress recently did a huge update. And some of my clients that decided that they're going to go buy Bluehost. They're going to host their website on GoDaddy. You think GoDaddy, if you don't pay them, do you think that they're going to take care of your website? They're not. I'm just going to, don't even guess. They're just not. There's too many of them. So what we do is we update the plugins. So plugins on your website are the little things that make the functionality of your website work. Like if you have a slider, right? They have like my reviews. They have the review like this, and then it goes, and then when another review comes, and that's called a slider. So a slider is a plugin that needs to be updated because all of the little plugins now, back in olden times, when you built a website, and you can tell when you go online and you see a website that's super old, the super old ones was like vertical like this, right? You just scroll and it's like this endless thing like that, like one column, and all the rest of the colors of the picture over here stay still. You remember those? That was like a long time ago. They don't have those anymore. Some people still do have that. But back in those days, because those are they're built with coding, they don't have as many. Today, everything is plug-in, right? You just drag and drop plug-in. So those old websites can live online forever because they were made pure coding. So, so those guys they're golden. But the problem with that is if your website is dated, people are going to look at it and they're going to go, oh, these guys don't pay attention to their website. So, is that a reflection on the kind of service that they give, or are they like super old school and, they don't care about the customer or whatever, right? So today's websites, because of the way that they're designed for a drag and drop so that, the layperson can build a website. However, once you build a website, that's not the end of the relationship you have with your website. You have to constantly update it, constantly update it. And when you update a plugin on your website, so let's say you're like, no, dude, I got it. I don't need the hosting. I'm going to update it myself. So what you have to do, you don't know how that update is going to affect all the other functionality of your website. So that one update of that one plugin can make another plugin break, or it can make something else break, right? You can fix things, but Mr. Handyman, do you think you can fix your website? Hell, you can fix my door and you can hang a picture, but I don't think you can fix my website. Correct? So that's why you need to leave it to the professionals. You're not going to go and fix your own teeth. You're going to go to the dentist to fix your teeth. You're not going to represent yourself in court because you know what they say about clients who represent themselves in court, right? So by the same token, do what you do best and you let the people who are in charge of technology like this handle your website, update your plugins, because what you have to do is you have to save your website and then test it on a test site, like offline, like, oh, sample. Okay. Does it work? Does it break anything? No. Okay, good. Then you can go and update your plugin. That's what it's all about. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, like I said, WordPress recently had a huge update. And I had like 4 clients call me and say, something's wrong with my website, something wrong with my website. And so we were able to fix it, bring them back up. Like it didn't take very long. It takes about like maybe, I don't know, half an hour to an hour to restore it. So it's not a big deal, but that whole time that your website is offline, because it will give you like the error message of death. So while your website is offline, you are potentially losing business. And it doesn't look good when somebody is searching for you, they find you. Because, when you do like a Google search, Google will still present your website. But when they log onto it, it's just going to have an error message. And you don't want that to represent your business. Am I right? Okay, so that is the anatomy of a website. So if you have a website and you do not have hosted support, then you need to go and look for one. You can contact me. My contact information is in the description, and I can guide you or I can help you, whatever the case may be. You don't have to be a client of mine in order for me to give you just a little piece of advice. Okay? I'm more than happy to do that. Well, that is all we had to share today. So if you are wondering anything about your website, or if your website breaks, give me a call. Or if you have a similar problem with something in your business, go check out one of our other videos. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. My name is AKamai, and this is AKamaiChat. Thank you for being here. See you guys. Hello. Get this party started. That was my printer. Dude, I'm going to turn you off, bro.